Hi Amy, it's Jan. Hey, I'm making this video for you because you said you wanted to watch some videos over the weekend when you're going through your chemo treatment. And this is really important to me. I want you to know that we're watching. We're watching you go through this because we know that the incidence of cancer in this world is so high. And there are so many people who are impacted by this as the spouse, as the victim of cancer, as the survivor of cancer, as the child of a parent, or in my case, both parents lost to cancer. And we know that the chemo is important, but what is really important is your mental attitude as you go through this. We don't know exactly how it impacts the immune system of the body, but we do know that depression and getting lost in the day-to-day of the procedure of going through chemo can change your entire affect. And what that does is it somehow or other, it just doesn't help in your fight when you get down. And we know you're gonna lose your hair, and we know that you're gonna feel like shit. But what I want to encourage you to do is to try to ground yourself when you start feeling this way. Try to take yourself out of it. Now, I have times I suffer from panic attacks, and it's really hard. And my son, I have a son who's an adult, he's 30, and he has schizophrenia, and he's been living through this since he was 15. And even though he still has, on a day-to-day basis, he hallucinates on 4 levels: sight, sound, smell, and touch. And this is with him 24/7, even in his dreams. But he taught me something about grounding yourself that really helps for me when I'm scared or I'm depressed. And here's what it is. I'll make it real quick and simple. Think of 5 things that you can see. I can see my television. Say the word to yourself. Television, painting, dog, pillow, camera. Okay, now 4 things that you can hear. Car going by. I can hear the cat's water fountain. I can hear the wind outside. Beep. I just heard a beep in my house. Kind of say those things to yourself. 3 things that I can feel right now. I can feel the camera in my hand. I can feel the couch against the backs of my legs. I can feel the dog leaning up against me. Okay, what that does is it does help. It grounds you. It brings you back into the present instead of worrying about what's going to happen, or it just takes you out of that thought process. Because what happens when we get scared or depressed is back here in the limbic system of your brain, you get that fight or flight thing going. You get the heart pounding and everything, and this is where you're thinking when that happens, back here. But when you're looking at things and naming them to yourself, your brain functions here, in this part of your brain, in that critical thinking part of your brain. So your brain can only do so many things at one time. It does all of your autonomic stuff, and it can think in one of the parts of your brain. You choose which one your brain is going to think in. And if you find yourself in that or in that you need to switch from here to here. And you do that by finding the 5 things that you can see and mentally naming them to yourself. Really look at them. We look at things around us all the time and we don't see them. Look, focus, name. 5 things. 4 things that you can hear. 3 things that you can feel. And this really helps me. It helps me a lot, and I can do it anywhere, and nobody can tell that I'm doing it. So I just wanted to encourage you because you're going to make it through this, and it's not going to be the end for you. This is the beginning of your new life. Just like you've gone through so many things in your life and you have powered through them, you're going to power through this too. 10 is a great number to start with because you're going to start your countdown towards 0 chemo treatments. And I can't wait to see how you end up out of this because I know that you're going to emerge stronger and more powerful. You're doing everything right. Coco. Say hi. Hi, Coco. Even Coco says you're doing everything right. So you keep your chin up. I'm thinking of you. Lots of prayers.